Travel news time. I got a few stories for you today. Disney is banning this. We're going to get into all of that on their cruise ships. Oh my goodness. We've got Spirit and JetBlue not happening. We're going to get into the details of the merger there. Also, two planes collide. We're going to talk about all that. Oh my goodness, crazy. And I've got a little story for you that's not really travel news, but it's interesting. I'm going to play the video for you. It's trending right now all over the place. Someone decided they were not going to get fired. They refused to be terminated. What do you think about this? We're going to get into all that. It's pretty crazy. Okay. And then of course it's winter weather. The storms are out. Flights are canceled. We're going to talk about that. What's going on there and how I can maybe help you with your flights during this crazy, crazy time of year. Let's get into it all. Bippity boppity boo. Let's go into the news and fast. I don't know if you're aware of this, but it's kind of a tradition around cruising to bring these little rubber duckies on board and hide them in various spots in the ship. And then other people find them and they take them and hide them somewhere else. And they usually take a photo of where they found it or where they placed it and put it on social media. There's groups on Facebook and all over social media and online about this. A lot of people paint them and customize them specifically so they recognize them when they get passed around. People even put their cards on them. The point guys, as you can see, even get in on the magic here. A lot of people do this, right? It's kind of a way to just kind of like play this tradition in the cruise line. We've never done this, but a lot of people I know do this, and it's just a fun, innocent thing to do. But Disney is banning this now from their cruise ships. The magical, mystical world of Disney. You know, all this, the fun, should be the fun cruise line of all of them, is banning something simple like this. What do you guys think about this? Comment below, hit me up. I want to hear what you think, because Royal Caribbean and even Carnival are allowing this and encouraging this. Carnival's already made a statement going, we're not Disney, we're fun. Like, we want you to have fun on the ship. So I want to hear what you guys think about this. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of weird, you know? Like, why do you care if there's rubber duckies? Like, what is it really harming? And Disney's been kind of quiet about this. They just kind of like went like, no more rubber duckies on board. JetBlue and Spirit Airlines have been trying to merge. JetBlue has made a $3.8 billion offer to take over all of Spirit's planes and turn them blue. And all of us are kind of quietly hoping that the Spirit magnet craziness is going to go away. You know, that JetBlue will bring some sanity to the world of travel. But not so. DOJ antitrust has said, we don't think this is a good idea. Federal judge said, citing competition issues and antitrust issues, they're not going to allow the merger to happen. So they're going to stay separate for now. We're going to follow this and see if anything else happens. But right now, the spirits of the airlines, I just talked about them I think yesterday, about the Mile High Club. So if you haven't seen that, check that out, because there's always something going on Spirit Airlines. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Two planes collide in Japan, their newest airport up north. This big Boeing Korean airline was coming out of its parking space, and with 289 souls on board, nicked a Cathay Pacific, thankfully it was empty, plane as it was pulling out. There's huge snow and blizzardy conditions, so I think they just didn't see it or something. Thankfully, no fires, no major damage, and no injuries. So you can see there's a little damage, but nothing crazy. The Cathay Pacific plane was empty and parked and still, so no issues there. But this is the second incident in Japan. 2 weeks ago in Tokyo's big H&D airport, Haneda, I think is what it's called. I've been there. It's a huge airport. They had a cargo plane and a passenger plane collide and catch on fire, and people had to escape through emergency exits and stuff. It was crazy. So this is kind of getting a little out of hand. We need people to be more observant. You need your ground controllers to be more careful of what they're maneuvering these planes around, these huge giants on pavement. So I don't know. What do you think about this? And by the way, just a little break here. Wonka. Have you guys, I just went to see the movie Wonka. I don't go to the movies as much as I used to because there just hasn't been any good movies lately. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing worth going to see. But someone said, Wonka's, I think, going to be really good. Let's go see it. And I was like, you know, I remember Charlie and the Chocolate Factory from when I was little, and even the Johnny Depp version. And I thought, oh, I'll go see it. And oh my goodness, I can't highly recommend this enough. I'm not going to take, I know this is a news thing. I'm not going to take too much time here, but I just want to tell you, go see it. It's got to be seen on a big screen. It's magical. It's like old school, but modern. There's no agenda. It's just a light, great story, really well told, amazing actors and actresses in this movie, really well done, and leaves you wanting more, and has just a great storyline. Everyone was just really solid. So I just wanted to put that in here because I know you guys are always looking for a good movie suggestion, right? So go see Wonka, and don't wait till it comes on to streaming services. This is like breathtaking visuals. You want to go see it on the biggest screen you can find. So I highly recommend it. If you go see it, if you've seen it, comment below. I want to hear what you got to say. Comment below, okay? So, okay, breaking out of travel news for a second, because this story is just crazy. This girl is getting let go. She's getting fired. A lot of people are getting fired. This company's letting people go, like a lot of companies are right now. And so she hears about it, and she knows it's coming. She's remote, so it's going to be a Zoom call. So she decides to record it, and decides that she's not going to be fired. She's not going to let them fire her because she's done nothing wrong in her mind to be fired. And so in her mind, she can demand not to be fired. Okay. Anybody out there who's lived it all knows you get let go. Most of the time you get let go for no reason at all or legitimately. And you just move on. You say, thank you so much. I'll find another job, you know, because you don't deserve a job. You can't demand a job. The business needs a resource to help them make more money. They got to pay you. So they bring you on. And when you stop making them more money, they let you go, you know? And so they let like a lot of people go, and it was in an at-will state. So they can let you go for any reason. Even if they don't like you, other than, you know, legal reasons like sex or, race and stuff like that, religion. But anyways, I'm going to play the video, and I want you guys to listen to it, and I'm going to come back afterwards and talk a little bit, but I want to know below in the comments down there below what you think about this. I mean, am I right or am I wrong that she's entitled little prick that doesn't know what she's doing, what she's stepping in? She's been blacklisted by companies all over at this point. She's been blasted all over social media, and even legitimate like big line news channels are picking this up. And people are kind of on both sides of it. Some people are saying the company's wrong because I think it's coming from Gen Z and millennials. They think somehow that they deserve a job, that a job is like a requirement, that you have to give them a job. Like, they don't understand how a business gets started, and that why it hires human resources to make it bigger, and that you're there to serve them in some capacity to make them more money than they pay you. All those things don't seem to register with the younger group. They just think money comes out of the sky and that it should be there. Very socialistic, very Marxism. A lot of that's trending in schools and colleges. So I think it's an ideology that's running through their head, of course. That's fantasy. But I don't know. Let's play the video. You tell me what you think. Here we go.
Understand the feeling that you have right now. And I can't change that. So I'll just be honest.
But why can't, you guys have still not given me a reason why I'm being let go. Despite constant positive praise from my manager, great meetings that I'm having, the amount of activity that I have has all been positive. I have not received any negative inclination. I have not been put on a performance improvement plan, nothing. So
And I cannot speak to what your manager has communicated to you directly.
But that
You
should
are
be
being
the
let go
indication of
for performance based on your attainment and leading indicators of data. That is the rationale.
But I've been here for only a month after ramping, and that was during a holiday. So I don't understand what those, can you explain what those performance metrics are? Or is that just like a vague term to give to everyone that you're speaking to today?
I'll say that the performance indicators and performance metrics are, while they are, we're not able to go into specifics, and there's no situation where we will be able to go into
Do you guys even know, like, why, like, who you're talking to each day? Like, every single 10, 15 minutes, do you guys even know who you're talking to? Like, why you're letting these people go when you don't even understand, like, the kind of work and everything that they've put in?
I hear you and what you're saying.
It just doesn't make any sense that you guys have still not been able to give me a reason why I'm being let go.
Just from a process perspective, your questions are valid. This isn't going to be the forum and the situation where we're able to go into the detail that you're looking for.
But then when? If it's not right as I'm getting fired, then it's certainly not going to be after when I'm no longer part of the company.
Yeah. So I don't think there's anything we can say in this moment or today, Brittany, that's going to change the way that you feel. And it's understandable. I'm taking notes and feedback, and we'll circle back.
Yeah, I know you did that for Nestle too, but that's
the meeting. It's not going to change the outcome of the situation today. So it may be best if I do get into more of the specifics of what the next steps are. Because I think it's clear that you have questions that we cannot give answers to. And if you'd be open to it, I'd love to move into what the next steps are so that you're not any further blindsided than you already feel.
okay.
Thank you, Dom. Okay, and I'm really sorry that you're having this experience and feeling this way. One of the things that we want to confirm is your personal.
Okay, that's crazy, right? I mean, am I crazy? I mean, who talks like that to HR or to their manager or anybody? Like, what do you hope to accomplish here? I mean, honestly, do you really think you're going to talk them out of firing you? You're actually proving their case. You're proving that you should be fired, right? I mean, am I crazy? Comment below, please. I want to hear what you got to say about this. I'm going to read every comment on this. Okay, now we know it's winter weather. The snow is out, the wind is out, and that means flight cancellations. Back to travel news, 2,700 flights today have been canceled. Oh my goodness. In fact, one of my friends just wrote me, she was flying from back to her city, and it was a connection flight, and when she got to the connected flight, boom, flight's canceled. So she's stuck, and because it's an act of God, they won't pay for her hotels, and she's stuck paying for hotels, and they wouldn't even give her bags because it was a carry through, so they couldn't release her bags. I don't know what's going on there. So she had to go buy like toiletries and all the stuff on her. It's crazy. So this is why I tell you guys, if there's any way possible, please don't take a connection. Fly direct. Even if it's with an airline you don't like, or it's an early morning flight you don't want to take, avoid connections, because if that flight takes off and it's going to where you want to go, it's going to get there most of the time. Every great once in a while it has to divert, but that's very rare. But if you have a connection, you're like almost asking for getting stuck in a city where you know no one. Thankfully, they know us here, and we can go help them. I just found out. I was like, why didn't you write me? I would have picked you up. You could have stayed. But she's like, I don't know. I kept trying to get on another flight, so they were just staying close to the airport. But it's crazy. It's crazy. The wind is out. The snow is out. The ice is out. And whew, it is a messy mess out there. But good news, it's going to get better and better as the weeks go on. And this is just, par for the course for this time of year. It happens. We're getting hit by the storm and this Arctic blast, and it will go away and will calm down and we'll get back to normal. If you're trying to get to warmer climates, hang in there, hold on to the faith. I promise you're going to get there. We're going on a cruise in a couple weeks, a week and a half. and looking forward to some warmer weather after this freezing cold weather here, and looking to bring you some great videos on Norwegian Prima, NCL Prima, and the Haven. And we're going to do some diving there, bring some scuba diving stuff, lots of travel videos, and of course, travel news right here on Zach's Travel. Thank you for watching. Love seeing your beautiful faces, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like it burns. So give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day.